Commander Zara Chen felt the quantum resonance chambers hum beneath her feet as the Retribution dropped out of hyperspace. Through the reinforced viewport, the Kepler 442 system stretched before them, 7 worlds orbiting a dying red giant, each one scarred by the war that had ended 3 centuries ago. Temporal displacement confirmed, announced Dr. Viktor Petrov from his station, neural implants flickering blue as he interfaced with the ship's quantum computers. We've successfully breached the galactic timeline barrier. The hegemony's chronolocks are holding. The galactic hegemony had ruled for millennia, spanning 47 star systems and encompassing dozens of alien species. They had crushed humanity's first expansion attempts with ease, viewing humans as primitive mammals barely worth enslaving. The Treaty of Vega had been signed in blood and quantum signatures, humanity confined to the Sol system, forbidden from faster-than-light travel, their technological development capped by hegemony oversight. But the hegemony had made one crucial miscalculation. They had underestimated human ingenuity when backed into a corner. Admiral Okonkwo were receiving hails from the hegemony defense grid. Communications officer Yuki Tanaka reported, her voice steady despite the magnitude of their situation. They're demanding our immediate surrender and return to Sol space. Admiral Kenji Okonkwo, his weathered face bearing the scars of humanity's secret resistance, smiled grimly. Tell them the reckoning they've delayed for 300 years has finally arrived. Humanity doesn't run anymore. The technology that made this moment possible had taken generations to develop in hidden facilities beneath Europa's ice. While the hegemony believed they were monitoring all human scientific advancement, the real work was happening in quantum pocket dimensions, literally outside normal space-time where their sensors couldn't penetrate. The breakthrough had come from Dr. Sarah Williams, whose theories on temporal mechanics and dimensional folding had seemed like fantasy until her granddaughter proved them with hard mathematics. The hegemony's greatest strength, their control over faster-than-light travel, could be bypassed entirely by stepping outside conventional spacetime. Weapons systems online, reported Tactical Officer Marcus Rodriguez. Quantum displacement cannons charged. Temporal mines deployed across the system perimeter. The first hegemony interceptors emerged from their hidden bases on the system's outer planets, sleek crystalline ships that had terrorized human colonies for centuries. Their energy weapons, capable of turning entire continents to glass, locked onto the Retribution. Incoming plasma barrage, Tanaka announced. Impact in 20 seconds. Phase shift initiated, Petrov responded, his hands dancing across holographic interfaces. The Retribution seemed to flicker out of existence just as the alien weapons fire reached their position. The plasma beams passed harmlessly through empty space, while the human ship existed in a parallel dimensional fold, observing the hegemony forces through quantum sensors. Their confusion is showing, Okonkwo noted with satisfaction, as the alien ships began erratic search patterns. They've never encountered technology that can step outside their understanding of physics. Commander Chen activated the ship's historical archives, broadcasting on all frequencies. This is the United Earth Expeditionary Force. For 300 years, you have kept humanity caged, believing us to be inferior. You destroyed our colonies, enslaved our people, and thought yourselves our permanent masters. Today, we settle the debt. The first quantum displacement cannon fired, its beam passing through dimensional barriers to strike a hegemony dreadnought directly in its power core. The alien ship, over 2 kilometers long and previously thought invulnerable, simply ceased to exist as its matter was scattered across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Across the Kepler 442 system, similar scenes played out as humanity's secret fleet built over decades in hidden shipyards, using resources from parallel dimensions, emerged from their dimensional folds. Each ship carried technology that made them effectively untouchable by conventional weapons, while allowing them to strike with devastating precision. The hegemony's Grand Admiral Thessarion, a crystalline being whose species had ruled the local galaxy arm for 10,000 years, watched in horror from his flagship, as his forces were systematically destroyed by an enemy that shouldn't exist. How is this possible? He transmitted to his remaining ships. Humans were primitive when we confined them. Their technology was centuries behind ours. The answer came from an unexpected source, the ship's AI, which had been quietly analyzing the human tactics. Admiral, they have developed technology based on principles we never considered. They are not using faster-than-light travel, they are using dimensional displacement. They exist partially outside our reality. As the battle raged, more human ships arrived not through hyperspace, but by stepping sideways through dimensional barriers. The Vindication, the Long Memory, the Broken Chains, each vessel named for some aspect of humanity's long imprisonment. Dr. Petrov monitored the quantum field fluctuations as their weapons tore through the hegemony fleet. "The irony is beautiful," he murmured to Chen. "They thought keeping us trapped in one star system would limit our development. Instead, it forced us to think in ways they never could. When you can't go faster or farther, you learn to go elsewhere entirely." The final phase of the battle began as humanity's flagship, the Never Again, emerged from dimensional fold directly next to the hegemony command vessel. Admiral Okonkwo's voice echoed across all frequencies as he delivered humanity's ultimatum. The galaxy shuddered when humans came to settle the reckoning, not because of our weapons, but because of what we represent. We are the species that refuses to accept limitations. Every cage you built around us became a puzzle to solve. Every restriction became a challenge to overcome. The hegemony fleet, reduced to scattered survivors, began transmitting surrender codes. But humanity's response was not what anyone expected. "We don't want your surrender," Chen announced. "We want your understanding. The galaxy is large enough for all of us, but only if we share it as equals. The age of any single species ruling over others ends today." As the Retribution prepared to phase shift toward the next hegemony stronghold, Chen looked out at the stars and smiled. The reckoning had begun, but it wouldn't end with conquest. It would end with something the galaxy had never seen before: true equality among the stars. The galaxy had indeed shuddered, not from fear, but from the birth of something entirely new.